I think some may find it confusing, repulsive, painful, enraging. Now, if you end up being indifferent, I wouldn't even blame you. I guess there's too much on your hands to deal with. Lagos has been in an entertainment sphere. I want to call it entertainment, but there's this here now. It's not rumor, but it's just out there on the social sphere. It's the declared divorce by Two-Face and Annie. Now, the reason this may be story is one, because just about you know Two-Face and Annie. If you don't know Annie, you know Two-Face. But if you know Two-Face, you know Annie. Okay, good. I'm waiting for this story to just bake through. I'm not even sure what I'm waiting for, but I think I just want to give it time to emerge. I want to know if they're going to be able to hit a resolution, make up, kiss and make up, and yeah. Because I think we've seen something like this before.
Yeah, definitely.
And, yeah, so I don't know. When Two-Face put out the video, the clip saying, hey, no, he put out a message first. Saying, okay, Annie and I are no longer together, we're getting a divorce, blah, 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 blah. It didn't surprise me. Annie should have never been, I know you didn't ask my opinion, but she should never have been married to Two-Face. I know. You didn't ask. Sure, don't mention. She should never have been. And so if she chose, because I think that there is a psychological understanding of how that union was established. I think Annie had a perception of what she thought she was going to get. I think that she didn't quite get it. She didn't get it. She didn't get what she thought she was going to get. And now and the reason I can't speak on Two-Face, because I think, you know, Two-Face, there's even a joke made out of who his person is. So you know that. And I guess I'm not sure what she was thinking. I'm honestly not sure. To be honest with you, I don't even know the cause or the reason for it. But I'm honestly persuaded that she should not have been married to him.
Really?
Yeah. She should not have been. She shouldn't have married him. She shouldn't have. But she made up her own reality. Despite the facts. She must have told herself something. It's what?
It's very shaky.
I wish her recovery. Now, they're saying she's in rehab. I'm just waiting for this gist. Someone's saying.
Yeah, lots of stories here and there. I'm not sure which one is which.
It's not conflicting. It's not conflicting here and there. It's just opinions, right? But at least the one that has emerged from out of the family, even old videos, people are referring to old videos.
Yeah. I'm
not even talking about the assumptions here. I'm just talking about what we know, which is first-hand reporting from the families. I'm hoping that maybe I would like to hear them say, oh, well, we've resolved the issue, or we'll get in a separation, and then we can talk about it, because it would be better at that point. So I just want you to know that I'm keeping an eye on the development, and when they give us something to talk about, then we'll talk, right? Okay, we have information we want to share with you.
Something that you'll be interested in, okay? Let's not forget that we are picking one winner, 25,000 naira here on the sunny side. If you don't understand what I'm talking about the one play rave happening here on Nigeria Info, okay? Every day is about winning, all courtesy of oneplay.ng. So all you have to do is go to the website www.oneplay.ng, or just dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash, okay? Star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Play with as little as 500 naira, and that's it. Your ticket is definitely in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning. See, they've won money on Money Crossfire. 3 people on WhatsApp Lagos. What would be your excuse doing sunny side? I don't know. Take a risk, okay? Play and watch it play out. We will pick a winner, but we might not call you. One play will do that by themselves, okay? So start playing now so that you can start winning. Remember, if you play during the week, you automatically qualify for the weekly jackpot that happens every Friday, and your chances of winning are still the same whether you use the website www.oneplay.ng, or you dial the code star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Okay, remember to play responsibly. If you're under 18, please just leave it alone, okay? Or find someone older to play for you. I mean, the money is long, it cannot finish. Start playing Lagos. I'm not talking.
Remember, it's a game, so you win.
Or you lose. But you definitely win.
Remember, it's
One
a
day.
game. You play, you win sometimes, you win a few times.
Yeah,
actually.
some people have won like 3 times.
No way.
I'm telling you, 3, 4, and I'm like,
The odds are really in their favor.
Can you rest, please?
Wow. Okay. But if all things being equal, the game is not to the swift nor the battle to the strong, but it's the only way to bet. So maybe your next person, if you attempt, you can win 3 times in a row. So what do? You find a winner who's won 3 times. You still make them a winner.
I mean, it's not like we find. We just do the draws
It's
and a
random,
number.
of course,
Yeah, a
a
number
number
comes
just
out.
pops
So
out.
if the person who has won 3 times decides to listen to me and play, oh, well, who are we to say the?
Give me a Yoruba parable in that regard. The person who keeps getting lucky every time. Is there a parable for that?
I'm gonna think about
We're
it.
off on the break, Lagos. We'll be right back. The sunny side. My name's Joyce. Welcome to Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side.
News is your quest, or gist your request. Yeah. Well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow.
Is the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce. Let's talk.
All right, let's begin. My name's Joyce. 41 minutes past 12, and I have translator. Translator, what's your name?
Kemi.
All right, you're gonna play a very useful, necessary role today on the show.
Oh my god.
All right, no. Well, I mean, I think you're good at this, and this is
Okay.
so Lagos. Enjoy yourselves. It's a lengthy video, but you would find it every inch entertaining. I think you would, as the story unravels. Your mouth may fall open by a whole meter. All right, let's begin. Time's all we have here. It's a story of a family that had a child who needed surgery, and it's a life-dependent surgery. Okay, so I'm not sure how they were found, but somebody found them and decided to assist by making the story public. The public decided to make donations to the family. And the video holds the revelation of what happened after donations were made. So you pick it up from there, and if you're anything like me, just blunt as stone, not knowing languages, imagine we have someone on Nigeria. And for Open Thought Tuesday, welcome. Here's the audio.
Owó wọlé fún yín tó pọ̀ more than 4 million naira. So tàbá tẹ̀ sọ pé ẹyọ 2.5 million naira kò ń bẹ̀ owó tẹ̀ sì máa fi tọ́jú ọmọ ó sì wà ń bẹ̀. Èló lẹ wá ná owó yẹn kù ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti ná jẹ ẹ má sọ pé ẹ ná jẹ ẹ fi ṣe nǹkan tó wù yín èló lẹ wá ná owó yẹn kù. Ẹ káàárọ̀ sir. Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma. Hallelujah. How are you?
Fine, sir.
How is everything?
It was fine.
Yeah. So Emilele ọmọ EMC Kenny Sepiti. Yeah, a wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn pastor Mrs. Obembe. So àwọn èèyàn ti ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi pé how far about Ombebe's case. Hallelujah. Pé báwo ni ṣé how is the surgery? Ṣé wọ́n ti ṣe ó ti wà successful? Wọ́n á sọ pé okay lẹ́ni mo máa padà débí. So before I got there, mo ti already contact pastor Pastor Obebe tó wà ní ibi báyìí. So ẹ mọ̀ pé we drop them at Ọ̀rẹ́ lọ́jọ́ yẹn tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe tó ń lọ sífẹ̀ tó fẹ́ lọ fún surgery yẹn. So ìgbà tó ń dé Ifẹ̀ mọ́mì lọ́dà ẹ̀yin lẹ tẹ̀lé wọn lọ lọ́jọ́ yẹn tí mo drop in lọ́rẹ̀. Ìgbà tí ẹ dé Ifẹ̀ kí náà sọ ń bẹ̀.
Nígbà tí a dé Ifẹ̀ bó lè jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní ká ṣe àwọn test kan ní ọ̀hún. So àti dé kó tó di ọjọ́ clinic. So ìgbà tá a wá dé ibẹ̀ àwa lọ ṣe àwọn test yẹn. So ìgbà tí mo máa padà dénú hospital tó wá dijọ́ kejì tá a tó di àná tá a ti dé. So mo á ní kí n lọ rí doctor yẹn sílẹ̀ kí n ṣàlàyé fún wọn pé mo ti wà ráǹdì o nípa ti clinic ọ̀tún la o. So náà wá sọ fún mi pé wọ́n ti strike. So wọ́n ti strike yẹn wọ́n dà mọ́ ní ẹ̀yin lẹ́dẹ̀ ní kí n wá lọ́sẹ̀ yìí o pẹ̀lú result yìí wọ́n ní yẹn kò sí kódà àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ operate gan wọ́n ti dà wọ́n sílẹ̀ wọ́n ti padà sílé.
So wọ́n wá postpone
so wọ́n wá postpone
lọ sí.
No wọ́n wá sọ pé kí n dúró fún clinic.
Okay.
So pé tí n bá dé clinic pé àwọn tó bá tẹ̀ sí mi máa sọ bí mo ṣe máa fún mi àlókè mo wá dúró da clinic that is Thursday. So nígbà tó díjọ́ Thursday yẹn tí mo wá rí doctor yẹn. So doctor yẹn wá lọ wọ́n test ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe weight ẹ̀ so wọ́n dáhùn wí pé ó lò ju bí ó ṣe yẹ pé ó lò ju ohun tí wọ́n lè ṣe lọ káàtì ẹgbà pé wọ́n strike gan pé ó lò ju ohun tí wọ́n lè ṣe lọ that was November. So pé wọ́n fún mi ní 6 weeks pé kí n lọ fi tọ́jú ẹ̀.
Date wo ni wọ́n fún yín pé kẹ́ padà wá?
Nígbà yẹn wọ́n fún mi ní January 16.
January 16.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay. Wọ́n ní wọ́n fún wọn ní January 16. So mo pè wọ́n àlàyé tó ń ṣe yìí ni wọ́n ṣe ń gbà yẹn. So ìgbà tó ń ṣàlàyé yẹn fún mi mo wá dúró because èèyàn tó fún wọn ní owó yẹn ó need kó máa ẹni yẹn ó need kó máa mọ àwọn nǹkan tó ń lọ. So mo dẹ̀ máa need láti update àwọn èèyàn. So mo wá pè wọ́n mo wá sọ pé báwo ni January 16 ṣe máa lọ. Wọ́n ní pé kò sí wàhálà pé mo pe pastor. So wọ́n ní pé wọ́n máa lọ ṣe operation yẹn fún Hallelujah tó wà níbí ní January 16. And today is I think today is
17.
Is today 17?
Yes.
Okay, ní 17. So ìgbà tó wá mo ṣáà tó wá ń gbàdúrà mo ti update àwọn èèyàn tó ti contribute gan so far because owó tó ń rí gan is close to if not more than 4 million if not more than 4 million naira. So ìgbà tí mo wá pè wọ́n lánàá tó mo sọ fún dádì àbí dádì kí ni mo sọ fún yín.
Ẹ sọ fún mi pé tá a bá ti dọ̀hún pé ká pè bàbá à ń fẹ́ ṣe fídíò kọ̀ tá a bá dọ̀hún.
So ìgbà tí mo pe dádì mo ní pé kán make sure pé wọ́n pè mí o pé kán dẹ̀ lọ kán make sure pé wọ́n lọ pé kán pè mí. kan tán bá débẹ̀ so that a máa lè mọ bí ń lọ kàn ṣe fídíò kárí everything fún transparency because that's what I love the most. I love to be transparent. So ìgbà tí mo mọ rí pé wọn pè mí lánàá yẹn mo fi wọ́n lẹ̀ mo wá rò pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ stress. So ìgbà tí mo wá pè wọ́n ní àárọ̀ yìí wọ́n ní àárọ̀ yìí pé dáàdi olómọdé àná wọ́n sọ wọ́n ní lọ wọ́n mi bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n lè ké bá prayer phone ló kù àbí everything.
ẹni fún mi lánàá kódà à ń pe ilé so gbogbo ìgbà tó lè jẹ́ kó tó wá bí wò fọ́ around 30 to 4 yẹn náà ṣe tó dá wa so ìgbà yẹn náà la kúrò ní dá wa kúrò ní hospital.
So to cut the story short ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi so bọ́n ṣe sọ fún mi yẹn pé wọ́n lọ lánàá pé wọ́n tún padà lánàá yẹn it was somehow to me why will you go to a hospital yesterday for a surgical operation and you be coming back today wọ́n á sọ pé wọ́n tún postpone ẹ̀ lọ sí March pé wọ́n postpone why now this condition is critical is a condition to me too I'm a medical personnel so I know what it takes for someone to be passing through this kind of issues. Wọ́n sọ pé pé mo máa ní láti wọ́n ní wọ́n ti padà sí ayé mo wá sọ pé mo máa ní láti dé ayé ní èní so ìgbà tí mo débì báyìí mo wọn ìgbà tí mo ní sọ pé ó kìlẹ̀ fídíò so they can clean ìsìnkú bá báyà ṣe òun pòsùn ní ọjọ́ o so bá ṣe àlàyé lọ so béèrè lọ ọkùnrin pé lónìí gbogbo owó tó tiẹ̀ ti wọlé fún yín láti ṣe calculation so máa rí wọn pé ṣebí ẹ ti payment ní hospital so ìgbà tí mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ pé ṣe ti make payment hospital kí lẹ sọ wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ti make payment wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ti make payment ní hospital ẹni sùúrù ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mi wọ́n ní pé wọ́n ti make payment ní hospital mo á ní pé okay o fún confirmation at least ẹ ti sọ fún mi rí pé ẹ ní doctor kan ní Ifẹ̀ tó máa ta lè máa pè mo á ní pé mo fẹ́ confirm bóyá ẹ ti san owó yẹn because I love transparency pé kán fún mi nọ́mbà ẹni sùúrù mọ́ mi ẹ jẹ́ ká clear ẹ ní sùúrù kí n má sọ.
mo ní ẹ má sọ.
okay so mo á ní pé kán fún mi nọ́mbà dókítà yẹn wọ́n ní fóònù wọn ti kú pé wọ́n fẹ́ lọ yọ fóònù wọn ṣáà jáde wọ́n ní wọ́n ti sanwó yẹn wọ́n lọ so dáàdi sáwà ó wá kó fáìlì yóò dé dín fọ̀kálẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn dáàdi brought out this stuff for me so I got their number I got the hospital's number here so wọ́n wá lọ sísàlẹ̀ so mo wá béèrè ìgbà tó ń lọ sísàlẹ̀ mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ dáàdi kí ni mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín.
ẹ bèrè lóhùn pé ṣé wọ́n ti san owó yẹn. lóòótọ́ mọ́dàmú ní mo sọ fún wọn báyìí pé kán san.
so mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ dáàdi ìgbà táwọn lọ sísàlẹ̀ tán lọ mú fóònù mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ dáàdi are you sure this payment has been made dáàdi sọ pé òun ti sọ fún wọn pé kán san owó yẹn ní ọ̀hún so ìgbà tí mọ́mì wá dé mo wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ mọ́mì pé nọ́mbà dókítà yẹn o kó fún mi pé I need to call the doctor to confirm pé 2.5 million naira for the surgical operation has been paid the payment has been made so mọ́mì ṣáà ń wá fóònù ó ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi mo ṣáà ẹ mọ̀ mèmí náà mi ṣe ọmọdé so mo wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mọ́mì ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ ti san owó yìí mọ́mì ìgbà tí mo wá tún padà béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín last lẹ́yìn tẹ́tí sọ pé tẹ́tí ń padà bọ̀ ẹ ti san ẹ ti ṣe lé ẹ ti ṣe kí lẹ wá padà sọ.
mo ní a ti lò ó.
a ti lò ó àbí ẹ ti ná.
òun ni mo fi ń tọ́jú ẹ̀.
kì í sùn lẹ́fí ẹ ná jẹ́.
mi ò ná jẹ́ o mo fi tọ́jú ọmọ mi.
ṣé tọ́jú ọmọ yẹn ṣé wọ́n ní kẹ́ fi tọ́jú ọmọ ni àbí kẹ́ fi ṣe surgical operation fún ọmọ owó tó wọlé fún yín if not close to 5 million naira because àwọn èèyàn send the receipt ṣé mi tó ń wọlé ẹ ní sùúrù àkànnàbà yín ló dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ àkànnàbà mi kọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n send owó sí yín owó wọlé fún yín tó pọ̀ more than 4 million naira so tàbátẹ̀ sọ pé ẹyọ 2.5 million naira kúrò ń bẹ̀ owó tẹ̀ sì máa fi tọ́jú ọmọ ó sì wà ń bẹ̀ èlò lẹ wá ná owó yẹn kù ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti ná jẹ ẹ má sọ fún pé ẹ ná jẹ ẹ fi ṣe nǹkan tó wù yín èlò lẹ wá ná owó yẹn kù.
sàn owó yẹn ìgbà tí ẹ sọ pé ṣé a ti san òótọ́ ni mo sọ pé a ti san ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí mo wá ẹ má bínú
ẹ parọ́ bẹ̀yìn abẹ́ ẹ parọ́
ẹ má bínú
mo gbọ́ yín.
ok báyìí nígbà tí mo wá wo pé no matter the case may be ó yẹ kí n ju sọ bọ́rọ̀ ṣe rí ìdí náà ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ padà dé
question mo bèrè lọ́wọ́ yín èlò
ó ti tán.
ẹ̀nà owó yẹn tán ẹ̀nà more than 4 million naira tán within 2 months kí lẹ fi owó yẹn ṣe.
ó ní mo fi ń tọ́jú ọmọ yìí.
kí lọmọ yìí kí lọmọ yìí kí lẹ fẹ́ fi owó yẹn ṣe lára ẹ̀ kí lẹ fi ń tọ́jú lára ẹ̀ tọ́hún ṣe lọ́sítítù tí fún yín oúnjẹ lẹ́ ń fún ṣe tún gbé lọ sọ́sítítù mi báyìí tẹ̀ tún náwó fún ni. dádì ṣe wà wẹ́ pé wọ́n ti náwó yìí ẹ fèsì bí báyìí ṣe wà wẹ́ pé wọ́n ti ná gbogbo owó yẹn.
ó ti tán.
ok pé wọ́n ti ná.
ó ti tán.
so ṣé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí as a pastor ṣé ó right sir. Show right.
Correct.
Right.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the show. Is the sunny side? The sun rises here, except maybe the sun is not risen over this matter you're about to discuss. All right, so Cam is going to help us. Can you have a minute? If it's not enough, we'll go off on a break and come back to you, all right?
Yeah.
So welcome to the show. Cam is going to translate so you can understand the story in English.
Yeah, basically, they had an issue. This guy came to the rescue. They are the Obembes, and a lot of people donated money for them, more than 4 million, as the story goes. And he said they were supposed to take the girl for surgery. Now they're supposed to do tests at Ife, so he dropped them off there. The girl's name is Alleluia. Dropped them off there to take the test and get back to him. And then she said that the doctor at the test place said they couldn't handle the issue. They're on strike. They should come back on January 16th. And the man said, okay, since they're asking you to come back January 16th, call me and let me know how it's going. And they didn't call him throughout that day. Okay. No calls.
Okay. So you're going to hold it there.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll go off on a break. We'll come back and she'll pick it up from there. Nigeria Info.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
It's 2025. The biggest conversations are happening on Hot Facts. From the stories shaping Nigeria's future.
And to dampen my mood further, whenever people are clapping, his praise singers, when they ought to be telling him the truth.
I mean, he did not do any remarkable thing in your state, and you are celebrating corruption.
To real-time feedback from you, the citizens.
There is propaganda. They can never make it work. I will not support that tax reform.
If NBS is turning out very fake data to us, because this data lacks empirical evidence.
We dig deep with the decision makers, hold the powerful accountable, and keep the conversation alive on social media. Join Mary Ann Okon every Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the most interesting news and current affairs show on radio.
I'm so sorry. I hate it when people make assertions from very skewed and biased places.
Hot Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3. Let's talk.
Success is like a big mansion. You only see the magnificent edifice, not the strong foundation that holds it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done and funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as ValueCard, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com.
Unified Payments, innovations that work for you.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're we're back, and just before we touch down 1 p.m. for the news updates, Kemi is going to attempt to bring from Yoruba to English the story you just heard in Nigeria Info.
Okay, so I stopped where the man said they should call him back on January the 16th.
You're not even helping us when you say the man. There are two men.
The interview, the guy doing the interview, interview stuff. So he said he was the one that called out for donations, but he didn't put his account number there. He kept the woman's account, that's supposed mother of the child's account number there, and they didn't call them throughout that day. And he wanted transparency because they said it was on the 16th. And then the next day, the woman calls him and say, "Oh," she says they are back in the house, and he's wondering, how can you go for a surgery and be back the next day? And he said, okay, he's coming to their house. And then he asks her one or two, he's like, "Oh, mommy, did you pay for the surgery? What happened?" The man said her phone died. She's looking for the doctor's number. She's coming. She wasted time. She was rigmaroling. And then he was like, "Oh, let me just call the doctor to find out if they've paid." And then he asked her husband, who is the pastor, asked him. He said that he doesn't know.
And the pastor
he didn't
is
go.
the father of the child.
Yes, the pastor is the father of the child. He said he didn't know. He didn't go. It was his wife that went. So, and the man kept on hammering on this. And then they said, she now finally said, they said that she should come back in March.
The mother said the family should return March.
The people in the hospital said she should return in March with the kid, and he's wondering, March how? This is a very critical situation. Why are they asking us to return in March? So he wanted to find out from the hospital, and that's where all the brouhaha started. After rigmarole, she then said they had used the money to take care of the child, and
they didn't pay for the operation. Instead, they spent the money on quote unquote the welfare
of the child. Yes, that they were using to nurse her. And then he's wondering, how can you nurse somebody who is this sick, who needs critical attention? Like she needs urgent attention in the hospital. How come you are saying you're nursing her? And
all right,
2 months has gone.
No operation.
No operation.
Money. It's 1 p.m.
If you love conversations,
where else can you get it? Then the station best work.
That's why education is the main thing. Once you kill education, you can control the people.
Africans just like to blame.
It's our constitution ban military from intervention in the government.
Yeah, if you want to destroy any country, kill the education. It's as simple as that.
Former terrorists who are undergoing rehabilitation are now saying that the government's promise to pay them $30,000 has failed, and for that reason, they are on the streets protesting.
Possession doesn't win you matching ground.
No, but if they can't hold on to the ball, they cannot score.
Another thing again is our officiating, especially in the league. Why is it that Nigerian referees are not selected for CAF tournaments or CAF matches?
99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Here we go, Lagos. The Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria says it is pleased with a 50% increase in tariff approved by the government. The group argues that the current rate does not reflect the cost of the services being provided to Nigerians. Chairman of the association, Benga Adebayo, says the increase is in the interest of the industry and the larger economy. He says, amongst other things, the huge increase in energy necessitated the need for an increase in tariff. The Defense Headquarters has denied the arrest of a terror kingpin, Bello Turji. The Defense HQ says the report of Turji's arrest by Nigerian troops are completely false. According to the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, Turji is actually on the run for his life. He said that Nigerian troops have dealt a significant blow to his terror group, killing some of his top commanders and his son. Former Ghanaian Vice President Mahamadou Bawumia says a thriving democracy on the African continent goes beyond voting, counting, and successfully electing a leader. Dr. Bawumia said there are several other imperatives which are often taken for granted, but play a critical role in guaranteeing the democratic culture. According to Dr. Bawumia, one of the most important determinants of a flourishing democracy is the quality of institutions capable of checking wanton abuse of power. The European Union is taking concrete steps to support the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The EU is agreeing to restart its monitoring mission at the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt. This move aims to bolster the hostage release and ceasefire deal, bringing much needed stability to the region. That's about the stories that we've got for you on the update. At this time, we have much more at the top of the hour too. I'm Sharif Quadri.
To Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
Not many can serve you the way we do.
We go all the way.
You guys are always keeping your voice down when you're benefiting from the government.
I think you've heard before that monkey swallowed billions of naira. This one now, Scorpion will soon swallow billions.
Then my landlord gave me notice because I decided to go and vote my opponent.
Is it Nigeria the only country in this world that everything they do, they will do it upside down?
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station.
News is your quest, or gist your request. Yeah. Well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow.
Here's the sunny side.
They better know it.
With Joyce.
We're back. I guess this is already a conversation that is, I don't know, entertaining for you in a sense, or maybe even triggering for you. So that's the first part of the video. I think it's necessary that we go into the second part of the video just so that you have a complete sense of the development of the story. And then we open up the telephone lines. Kemi will be translating because the video is in Yoruba. My name's Joyce. It's 4 minutes past 1 p.m. It's Open Thought Tuesday, and so here we live... I think here the conversation is laid bare so that everyone, with every sense, every judgment, every conscience, comes into this conversation and at least attempt to interpret what they have heard and what it means. Yeah, and what is happening, whether in society or with people, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's all in your hands. In a moment, we'll begin that, so bear with me. I have to bring you the entire context of it just so that you know exactly what you're dealing with. So here's the other side of the video.
Boy, mi ò kàn lè sọ pé yìí bá ó lé ní 4 million.
Ó lé ní 4 million. Ó lé ní 4 million. Owó yẹn kí lẹ fi ṣe? Ẹ má parọ́, ẹ mọ̀ pé station lè wá sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò ní parọ́. Nígbà tẹ̀sí ó ṣe station mi ò ní parọ́. Ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. So tí wàá lọ tó
wọ́n sọ story.
ní ìsọ story.
Ilẹ̀ fowó yẹn ṣe.
Get straight to the point.
Okay.
Ilẹ̀ fowó yẹn ṣe.
Ẹ ṣe nígbà tí owó yẹn tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi tó ń wọlé títí di ìgbà tí wọ́n fi lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kínní lẹ́ẹ̀kejì ṣẹ́bẹ̀ yẹn àfọwọ́kan ìyẹn 2.5 million àfọwọ́kan bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ilé tó ń wọlé tẹ́lẹ̀ là ń lò ṣẹ́bẹ̀ yẹn ilé tó ń wọlé tẹ́lẹ̀ là ń lò bẹ́ẹ̀ tí 2.5 àfọwọ́kan.
2.5 pẹ̀pẹ́ lọ fi ṣe kí ni ìyẹn àfọwọ́kan. ọ̀tí ilé tó kún ẹ̀ ń ná.
à ń ná ṣẹ́bẹ̀ yẹn nǹkan àbẹ̀ fi ṣe náà ni pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa ti sọ pé kára fọmọ yẹn àárà okùn tó máa tẹ̀lé àárà bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tí wàá di pé ó wá àwọn fún wa ní time pé àkókò báyìí ká tó lọ máa bọ̀ ìgbà tá a máa padà lọ tá a ní ká lọ máa bọ̀ yẹn kò tún sí owó yẹn ó ti tán ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so 2.5 yẹn àwa tẹ̀wọ́ bọ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn torí nǹkan tá a dẹ̀ fi nọ́mbà ni pé gbàtà àti rówó lò yẹn kíní yẹn tó padà já sí.
ẹ tọwọ́ bọ̀ ẹ bẹ sí tọwọ́ bọ̀ yẹn kí lẹ fi owó yẹn ṣe nọ́mbèrè ẹ tí ìdáhùn question ẹ owó yẹn gangan kí lẹ fi ṣe.
náà ni mò ń sọ yìí.
ọ̀ya ẹ kó straight kó sí time.
ẹ ṣe sà nítorí ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé a ná nínú owó yẹn.
kí lẹ fi ṣe ni mò ń bèrè.
mo ra speaker kan sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì mi bẹ́ẹ̀.
this man you very useless man.
ṣé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì náà ní kẹ́bí ra nǹkan sí ni.
mo ti expect owó kan tó kó wọlé sí mi.
owó náà ní kẹ́ lọ fi tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ lọ fi ra speaker sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì.
kí lẹ sọ pé ẹ fi owó lára owó yẹn ṣe ń sìn.
mo ní mo ra speaker.
ẹ ra speaker sí church.
bẹ́ẹ̀
ra speaker yẹn kí ló lè rà.
pẹ̀lú àwọn kan tá a rà wọ́n pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ 700.
700,000. owó sì pọ̀ tó sì kú. ó tún lé ní 700. owó sì pọ̀ kí lẹ wá fi lé tó kù sí ẹ ra speaker fún church tí ó rí yín ìgbà tọmọ yín sick kí lẹ wá fi àwọn owó tó kù ṣe.
ẹ ṣe sà ẹ ṣe ṣe rí.
àbí nínú 2.5 àbí.
2.5 4 point something wọ́n kọ́ sí owó wọlé sọ́wọ́ lọ́gán kí náà jẹ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ à ń sọ yín.
Why was the delay in the operation sef? Why was the delay?
Àtọ̀nísà.
Irọ́ ni o, kọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ mo ti make enquiries mi sẹ́, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ. Owó tó kù kílẹ̀ fi ṣe.
Sà, mo sọ fún yín yóò pé màá ṣe ìwé ìbàjẹ́ láti máa gbé ọmọ yẹn kankan wọn yẹn lọ́la ti lọ bẹ̀tì mo wá lo èlò láti lò ní $700 lò sí machine yẹn.
Machine abẹ́ra machine ẹ̀ra machine nínú owó yẹn ẹ̀ra machine abẹ́ra machine ẹ̀ra machine
irú machine wo sọ.
boxer àlòkù ni.
boxer ẹ̀ra machine ok ẹ̀ra mọ́tò ní owó yẹn abẹ́ra mọ́tò.
níwájú ẹ̀rí ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀ra mọ́tò.
ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ sí ni pé ẹ̀ra speaker sínú church ẹ̀dẹ̀ tún fowó yẹn ra machine. Oya máa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ.
Ló lè ra machine yẹn.
700 láwọn.
700 lè fi ra machine.
Apart from speaker àti machine tẹ fowó yẹn rà, ilẹ̀ tún fowó yẹn ṣe.
ọmọ yẹn là ná.
So ẹ sọ fún mi sí pé apart from 2.5 million tẹ ná tẹ fi ra machine àti speaker tẹ rà sí church yẹn, gbogbo owó tó kù bí 2.something million naira tó kù ẹ fi jẹun ní ẹ fi tọ́jú ọmọ. Hospital tẹ gbé ọmọ yẹn lọ tẹ fi lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ torí mi ìmọ̀ tọ́jú tẹ̀ ń sọ ń sìn o hospital tẹ fi tọ́jú ẹ̀ bó lọ hospital yẹn wà tẹ̀lé padà lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń sọ pé ẹ̀ tọ́jú ọmọ pẹ̀lú owó yẹn.
Ifẹ̀ náà là ń lọ.
Ok Ifẹ̀ lẹ ti ná gbogbo owó yẹn jẹ má lè present receipt ẹ̀wọ̀n lẹ fi ń ṣeré o.
àwa ò sọ pé àwọn hospital ló gba 2.5 million 2. kìíní lọ́wọ́.
ilé wa fi ṣe ẹ fi ra rice àbí.
ní ìgbà yẹn sà à ń lọ sí Ifẹ̀ a máa padà wá láti Ifẹ̀ so ọmọ yẹn kẹsìrẹ́ ìgbà tó ti jẹ́ pé inú life ló ti ń jẹun tí ò lè jẹ ní ẹnu so ibẹ̀ náà láti ń fìdí ẹ̀ so àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé ká máa fún ọmọ yẹn gbàmí àlèwàsó ti pa bí kára watermelon bóyá kékeré kára àwọn kan ó lè jẹ́ bí 4,000 ó lá ló máa ń bla wà.
nǹkan tẹ̀ ń try láti sọ ń sìn ni pé ní ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ nínú 2.something million tó kù yẹn owó mọ́tò tẹ́ ń gbé lọ sí Ilé Ifẹ̀ ó wà ń bẹ̀ àti owó watermelon oúnjẹ so ní àárín oṣù méjì láàárín oṣù méjì yẹn. ok mo ti gbọ́.
2,000 naira.
test gbogbo receipt ẹ wà lọ́wọ́ yín ó wà nílé ó dáa so nínú gbogbo owó tẹ́ ná yìí nsìn ṣebí àkáǹtì yín lówó yẹn ti ń jáde.
àkáǹtì mi ni.
àkáǹtì yín gangan. Tá bá gba statement of account yín a máa rí gbogbo ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe náà. bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ra machine bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹn ra machine bẹ́ẹ̀ fi ra speaker sí church yín owó tán ní kẹ́ fi operation fún ọmọ yín tẹlifíran kan sí church a máa rí gbogbo ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. tá a bá dẹ̀ bá tó bá yẹ pé nǹkan míì lẹ́ fi gbogbo owó yẹn ṣe tá a bá dẹ̀ rí pé owó yẹn ju 4.something million ẹ̀wọ̀n lẹ́ fi ń ṣeré o. tẹ bá rí nǹkan tẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ wọ́n sìn police station ẹ gbọ́ mi o police station lẹ́wà area commander lẹ́ fi ń ṣeré o lọ́yà ti wà ń díẹ̀ o ẹ jẹ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ ń sin nǹkan tẹ́ fowó yẹn ṣe because tá bá lọ print statement of account yẹn ní bank tá bá rí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ tá bá rí pé owó yẹn jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ àti pé nǹkan tẹ́ fi ṣe ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n lẹ́ fi ń ṣeré o ẹ jẹ́wọ́ sí dájú tó mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin máa jẹ́wọ́ tí.
ẹ sà ní mẹ́mórì tèmi báyìí ohun tí mo ti rántí pé mo ṣe nìyẹn ẹ ṣe sà kíní kan tó wá wà tí àtúnṣe tí mo rántí báyìí. Torí tí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti kó lé ìyẹn ọmọ yẹn ó máa ń pa mí ó lè jẹ́ pé òun nìkan ló máa kó lé ṣe ẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn wá ní ká jọ ká bá wọn ra fóònù kó lè máa rí fíìmù wò lórí fóònù ara fóònù yẹn ní 125,000.
ok ẹ tún ra fóònù fọ́mọ 125,000 ọmọ tẹ tọ́ ní kẹsàn án lọ fún àbí. ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ.
so mo rí mẹ́bà yẹn ló tún kù.
ẹ rántí nǹkan kan mọ́ ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀ nìyẹn sìn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ní sọ̀rọ̀ fóònù rẹ̀.
mo tẹ̀ sọ
mẹ́yìn mi sì pọ̀ náà.
so nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ sí pé gbogbo ẹ̀ nìyẹn tẹ rántí tábà dẹ̀ wọnú àkáǹtì yín a dẹ̀ máa rí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ná owó yẹn nìyẹn.
àyàfi tá a bá fẹ́ lọ ra kíní tí
ọjà wo
ọ̀rẹ́ ní àti rà àwọn nǹkan tó máa jẹ bíi wheat bíi tea bíi àti ẹyin tá a máa ní ká máa fi sí ògì ẹ̀.
ráìsì náà máa ń rà torí a máa blend ẹ̀ ní àtọ̀bẹ̀ ara o mi ò ra kórí mi ò ra àkórí.
so nǹkan tá ẹ sọ ń sìn pé gbogbo owó tó wọ ẹ dìde ná ibẹ̀ yẹn kámẹ́rà yẹn ò tún dáadáa mẹ́rin. wọ́n tẹ̀ ń sọ fún wa ń sìn ni pé gbogbo owó tó wọlé fún yín ẹ mọ iye gbogbo owó yẹn. so ẹ ṣáà sọ pé 4 point. ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé owó yẹn ò kọjá 5 million naira torí àwọn tó send receipt sí mi owó yẹn pọ̀ o.
ní tèmi abẹ́gbọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mi ò kò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kò tó 5 million naira.
for 4 point something million.
so mi ò ká ní pé mo kọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ìbàdà mi ò kọ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kébí à ń ṣe ṣáìdì mi sí ó wà lórí fóònù.
so my people a máa lọ sí bank tí bank bá ti open very soon to get their bank statement.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi so àti wá retrieve àwọn nǹkan tí pastor fi lára owó yẹn ra o so wọ́n ra microphone yes so wọ́n ra wireless microphone wọ́n ra generator so wọ́n ra àwọn speakers méjèèjì yìí so wọ́n dẹ̀ ra báìkì yìí náà wọ́n ra báìkì eléyìí náà so àti wá retrieve ẹ̀ ní ayé so à ń padà lọ sí area commander ń sìn so ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi a ti lọ kó gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ń fi owó yẹn rà ní ayé so wọ́n ra generator wọ́n ra machine so wọ́n ra wire wọ́n ra microphone so wọ́n ra speaker so wọ́n ní nǹkan tó ń fi owó yẹn rà nìyẹn.
You are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
We're back. The Sunny Side. So, Kemi, real quick, help us just quickly summarize it.
Okay.
The second part of the video, Lagos, is of a scene where the guy who aided the couple in raising over $4 million for the surgery of their child arrests. Well, he does. I guess he
takes
just
them to the station.
He takes them to a police station to get them to give an account of what they did with the money. So, Kemi, real quick, just summarize what was found.
They were in the station, and then they were saying that they had gotten some money before while the donations were being made, that the money they now got earlier was like 2.5, then the 2 point something that they had gotten before was what they were now using small. At first they said they were using it to take care of her, buy foodstuffs from her, that they weren't buying the foodstuffs from around them, they were bringing it from somewhere, from Ore, and they had to like blend the foodstuffs for the girl because the girl can't eat normally, she has to eat with a pipe and water, so they couldn't buy the foodstuffs from where they were. That's one. Then later, when they were threatened further, they now started saying things like they used part of the money to buy things that the hospital said they should get. Then they also said, finally, they now started confessing. The man said he used part of the money that he had gotten before to buy a speaker for his church. Now, he said he brought some other things, but they were not much, like 700,000 naira plus. Later on, he then confessed that he bought Okada machine for 700,000 naira. That's number 2. Then later on, he then confessed that he bought a phone for the lady, that's his the daughter, Hallelujah, that she said she needed a phone that she can be watching something on, and since they didn't have TV, he bought a phone of 125,000 naira for the girl. Then eventually the man now threatened them that I will go to the bank and take a statement, because he has a receipt of how donations were being made, and he's sure that the money is over 4 point something, but this man, the pastor, is saying no, it's not that much, it's actually 4.5 or 4 point something, that but now that all the money has finished. So then they went to the pastor's house only to bring out generator, microphones, wireless microphones, and
your voice is loud. My head is.
I'm angry.
Okay, so they bought a generator. They bought a. Hold on, maybe it's just
the mic. Yeah.
They bought a headphone. They bought generators, microphones, a bike, Okada, speakers,
phone,
and then they bought watermelon, because I heard watermelon.
They said they bought watermelon 42,000.
Let's talk. So here are parents, a father and a mother, a couple. They say they're pastors. They got donation for the. So I saw the video. I'm not sure what they called it, but it didn't quite have a name stated, or maybe they said it and I didn't hear it in Yoruba. The ailment. So the child has a sac outside the stomach. The child has, and usually when people have that, they tend not to be able to feed through
yeah,
the mouth.
that's
so you
why
have
she
to
said
feed them
she
through the pipe. Okay, so now telephone numbers, Lagos. Let's.
Oh
get
God,
to it.
0201-277-0993. That's for men. 0201-277-0993. For women, 0201-465-7190. 0201-465-7190. And if you want to send a WhatsApp message, you can send it to 0809 597 5805 0809 597 5805.
Let's talk. Nigeria Info, how are you? Thank you so much for enjoying the long video, and thanks for your patience. What's your name? Can you hear me? You'll have to make it back. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. It's Open Thought Tuesday. Turn up the volume of your radio set, everyone. Please. Hello.
Hello, Joyce.
Thank you for calling.
Hello, Kevin.
Hi.
Grandma Lara from Ikorodu.
Thank you so much for calling.
I saw this video over the weekend and I wept. It's not over yet. I'll check again this evening on TikTok to see what else has happened. Humanity is completely lost. If parents can do this to their own offspring, Joyce, you needed to see when the child lifted her blouse. It was one pipe and a syringe-like something for her to feed on. And see how emaciated she is. And that man will call himself a man of God, M-O-G indeed. And the wife. I was telling my housekeeper now that I wish we were in the Old Testament days when Christ had not come. They should be tied to the stake and stoned.
Let's be honest.
Parents, mother and father. Joyce, Kemi, he passed me. I wept. What have we turned into?
Thank you for calling. I
don't know. Well, Joyce, have a good day. Have a good program.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Now, is it that the parents, thank you, honey. Is it that the parents prefer the money over over saving the life of their child at this point? What is it about money that make people act in inhumane ways? Because honestly, you would think that given the amount of money that was raised, the family would have easily paid for the operation and still had spending money. I'm not even sure. I'm assuming, give or take, about 4 million was raised. So if
Over
you pay,
4 million.
So if you pay 7 million for operation, you still have a good 1 point.
He said the operation was 2.5.
All right. Okay, telephone lines. Hello, Nigeria Info. Welcome to this, I guess, a sad story. Nigeria Info, how are you?
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you so much for being here. Tell us your name and please go ahead.
My name is Helen.
Welcome, Helen. You're on Nigeria Info.
The truth is, with what life has taught me so far, if I were among those who did that contribution for the girls' medical surgery, there's no way I can make that contribution without following up, because I am so angry and annoyed. I can't, it's unimaginable. But though the parents are the one that should be blamed primarily, but I think they should be follow up when such things are made. Instead of just coming to blame anybody who ever decide to act like an animal instead of behave like a human being.
What do you mean follow up? What do you mean follow up?
What I'm trying to say is, what is involved now is her life, not just her life and the money that was contributed.
The guy followed up. This is the follow-up story.
He had been following up since
This
the
is the
beginning.
follow-up story. What else was he supposed to do? Live with them? This is the follow-up. Are you blaming the guy now? Really?
It's not just the guy. Every other person.
Who else
not the
are
only
you
one.
blaming?
Everybody was following up with the guy. The guy was following up with
who
them.
are you blaming here? Please help us. Who are you blaming?
Everybody who is involved.
Who is involved?
Honestly.
The parents, the public? What are you saying? You want to blame everybody for donating?
I don't get it.
There should be a follow-up. There should be.
This is the follow-up. This is the follow-up.
Maybe the money should have been made to the hospital or I mean, whoever he's, instead of paying the money to the parents.
Well, that's what we're discovering.
That's what the guy said.
If come on, think about it. Who would I trust if I needed you to be in care of someone?
Your child.
So let's say
There's
you were
no
young.
way. There's no way. If God forbid, my child goes through that. But even if it happens, there's no way I will transform into an animal.
All right.
Because of how much? Just $4 million.
Thank you so
Why
much.
would that money be more important to them than their daughters' well-being?
We don't know.
They shouldn't just let those people go scot-free like that.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate it. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side.
Joyce, character and money. There's something money does to character. They say you don't really know your character until money is introduced to you.
All right, the sunny side. My name's Joyce, and yeah, you've heard this story. I don't know if you believe it. Nigeria Info.
Hello?
Thank you for calling. Tell us your name and go ahead real quick.
My name is Samuel.
Good, Sam. Thank you for being here.
So, I think that woman is the previous caller is just kind of confused and she's still in a state of shock. That's why she's trying to look for someone to blame and not the parents. I think the people who, any little thing they call themselves men of God, man of God, this and that, those people should be really, studied. Because look at what this man, I initially saw the videos when the first money came in on TikTok, how the guy was telling them to do this and that and that. Look at, this is what elderly people can do. Look at the decisions that elderly people took. And, there is a saying in this, in Nigeria, in Africa here that, as someone ages and
they become wiser.
Yes. So just look at something like this. And in Nigeria, yeah, we claim as somebody is getting older, is getting wiser, and they forget that a stupid person that is getting older will continue getting more stupid.
I want to thank you so much for calling. I'm off.
So that is just unfortunate.
We'll be right back.